I'm Penrod. 12 teenage girls, even preteens, were spiritually married to adult FLDS men in Texas, and parents left 262 children without protection from sexual abuse.
Those numbers surfaced today as Texas officials summed up their controversial raid on the FLDS polygamy compound last spring. John Hollenhorst has been looking at this new report and has details.
Well, Deanie, to say that these Texas agencies are on the defensive is putting it mildly. Last summer, the Texas Supreme Court overruled the raid. Within weeks, the heads of the two Texas agencies involved announced their retirements for other reasons, of course. Now the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services is clearly hoping skeptical lawmakers will look at the data and conclude the raid was justified.
On one level, the data makes the April raid look like a failure. Texas authorities seized 439 children until a court order sent the kids back to their parents. State social workers currently maintain open cases on only 19 kids out of the original 439. On another level, though, the agencies can argue that many kids are now protected who were at risk in a lifestyle, the agency says, where underage marriages are a way of life. To maintain custody of their kids, most FLDS parents signed agreements to protect their children and to live by certain conditions, including taking parenting classes. The agency says there's evidence that 12 girls aged 12 to 15, more than 1/4 of pubescent girls, were spiritually married to adult men. At least 7 of the 12 bore children. The agency listed 262 children as neglected. That's because the agency confirmed sex abuse in their households. The parents knew about it and did nothing to protect their kids. That abuse allegedly took place in 91 out of 146 families. The Associated Press quoted FLDS spokesman Willie Jessup saying, "The department has made many allegations that it's never been able to back up in an effort to justify their barbaric actions," he said. They need to learn how to say, "We're sorry," instead of trying to justify their actions.
In its report, the Texas agency says it has never been about religion. It's about sex abuse of girls and children, they say, and about parents who condone it and fail to protect their own kids.
John, why was this report written? Who's it for?
It's aimed at the Texas legislature. When they convene next month, it's expected that they're going to take up this issue, the raid and its aftermath, figure out who did it right and who did it wrong.
Almost from the beginning, people were asking, why seize these children? Why not go after the men?
Yeah, and they are going after the men. This matter of considerable interest by a grand jury in Texas. They've indicted 12 adult men in the group, including Warren Jeffs. We can expect trials sometime in the next few months.
Texas lawmakers got to be concerned about the cost of that raid. Does the report spell out how much that was?
$12.5 million, a lot of money. About $1 million of that just for medical care for those kids during the period that they were in the state being taken care of by the state.
All right, John Hollenhorst, thanks for the follow-up.
Yep.